Hello and welcome to, wait for it, Week 10 of NFL Gamepicks. I'm your host, Austin Ramos. We got Chris Wright, myself, and Joey Gross.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Week 10. It is officially November, so salute to service all month long. Arguably like my favorite NFL promotion. Like they used to do the Think Pink, and now it's this general cancer awareness, which I'm all in for. But I used to love the pink stuff.
I love the pink stuff.
There- But now,
Holy shit.
now it's all about the salute to service in November. But aside from that, Dolphins are pretty much dead in the water. They traded away Jalen Phillips during the trade deadline, and aside from that, other teams are pretty active in the trade deadline. I thought the Dolphins were going to be a little bit more involved, especially after firing Chris Greer after the Thursday night loss. And unfortunately, Phillips was one of those expiring contracts, so like it made sense to get rid of. You're going to get a third-round pick rather than a fifth-something round pick as a comp pick for him leaving in free agency if that was the case. So it's a little unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I'm happy that they made some type of move and, made some type of progression because we've been stuck with Greer for the last 10 years, at least as a general manager. So it is what it is. Dolphins are really looking really bad, but I'm not going to bore you guys too much about that. Let's talk about your Packers, Joey. How you feeling?
There's I think the fire Matt LaFleur, by the entire Packers fan base is like a little bit blown out of proportion. A lot of people are calling for LaFleur's head.
Yeah, I
So
saw
dumb.
that. That's dumb.
Listen, it's dumb, but at the same time, it's not. The Packers are constantly playing down to their opponents. This motherfucker trying to go for it on 4th and fucking 8 with 10 minutes and third and change left in the fourth quarter and having no faith in his defense whatsoever is absolutely mind-boggling to me. His play calling has been abysmal in the fucking red zone. He ran 13 screen passes in that game. He's just so fucking conservative all the time. He runs it way too often. He doesn't put the ball in Jordan Love's hands, and it's pissing everyone off. Everyone saying that he is trying to be a little too creative. I think that he's not being creative enough. He needs to start scheming some shit up that's not just inside zone run fucking Josh Jacobs up the middle. And for him to go on 4th down is the whole reason why he went is because 2 weeks ago he made a quote where he was like, "Oh, scared money don't make money." Dude, we all know you're a fucking pussy. You should have went for it on 4th down in the fucking NFC Championship game against Brady 4 years ago. So like it's just a whole bunch of shit with LaFleur where it's like a bingo card every time we lose. He gets to the press conference and the fucking thing hasn't even started. He's already saying it. 100% my fault. We didn't get the guys prepared. It's all a bunch of bullshit, and it's just really pissing me off when we play good teams. He plays up to his potential, but whenever we play bad teams, we play their game. Fuck that. Pedal to the metal. Fucking foot on the gas. Ram the ball down their throat. Throw it. Fucking go up 3 scores on their ass, dude. Don't fucking let them play their game. And Rico Dowdle fucking played his game all game, so credit to the Panthers. We played like shit, but yeah, so there's my mini rant on Matt LaFleur and the whole fire thing. It's warranted, but I think it's like unwarranted at the same time. It's also like pump the brakes.
Whew. Well,
Sorry, that was a lot.
we're loving our coach over here.
Yeah.
Things are looking pretty good. We got a big time dub, late time dub. Caleb came out and said we haven't really won like that yet, and it's kind of true. Like, kind of thought we were losing that game at every point in that game until Loveland ran that ball across the goal line. And then even with 13 seconds left or whatever it was, I was still kind of like not super convinced we were going to win. But we got the win. It was huge. A lot of players played well. Kyle Monangai, the rookie, had like 175 rushing yards.
I think it was yards of scrimmage.
He
But
went.
yeah.
No, it was. He had
Rushing?
Rushing
Oh,
175. He had like almost 200, if not more, total. Like he went off. No Roma Dunze, which was kind of weird, but like everyone else seemed to have catches and to do well. Caleb caught a pass. Like I think like 4 people attempted a pass. Tyson Bajan came in. Cole Kmet, I think, threw a pass. Like it was crazy.
Complete team win.
Yeah, defense didn't look really good, but we got the dub, so I guess we'll hopefully worry about that this week.
Yes, sir. Now let's get into the standings. We still got Ray on top. He edged out Joey this past week.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ray.
So right now we have Ray on top. He went 9-5 last week. No one got. There was like no one got more than 9 wins last week. Last week was pretty tough. 9-5 was pretty much the consensus for most people. So it was interesting to see how bad like a lot of us performed. Given no one except for Edwin went negative. So it was a tough week in terms of picking, but it wasn't god awful. But there was a lot of upsets there. Let's talk about second place right now with 94-41 after 86 weeks. We got Joey Gross.
Yeah, man. Second worst week of my entire season so far, 8-6. So, I mean, still an above 500 week by 2 games, but overall, fucking really sucks to be down and 1 in the rankings just by like 1 loss. So, fuck you, Ray.
Moving down the list, we got Matt and Steve tied for third place with a 92-43 record. Moving on down the list, I'm still pretty much at the bottom with a 7 overall after an 8-6 week, and that puts me at 84-51. And then Chris is right behind me. Chris, you went 9-5, so making a ledge there, but you're 2 games behind me with 84-53.
82-53. Yeah. So, I keep having similar weeks. I need to put something together here, something spicy. So we'll see. It's coming. I feel it.
There we go.
I feel it.
Let's kick it off with Thursday night football. We have another AFC West divisional matchup on Thursday night, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Broncos, once again, are wearing their Orange Crush throwback uniform, so Chris loves that big D, like he said in the past. But,
Call me out.
Oh, man. This Denver Broncos team is looking really good. And leading the AFC West, rightfully so. They've been handling business, but they haven't had too many AFC West games yet. So this is where things are going to get a little tricky, especially with Kansas City getting a loss this past week against the Bills. They're happy to see that, but they also want to progress and get more wins under the belt. And AFC West wins are at a capital here. So give me the Denver Broncos. I think they get a nice big-time Thursday night football win at home.
I don't think this will be tricky for the Broncos at all. I think they're going to walk in and make a statement win on Thursday Night Football. I'd be very surprised if the Raiders win this game. Very surprised. I think this will be a very fun game for the Broncos offense to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to also rock with the Broncos. Geno Smith has been really bad this year. He's got 8 interceptions already.
He has 11.
11? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
11?
Yeah,
he's leading the league. We were looking at it earlier. Yeah, it's bad. I
Sorry.
didn't want to call him out like that.
Sorry.
But it's not
we'll
looking great. It's not looking great for the Raiders at all. The only bright spot's Ashton Genty, and hopefully R.J. Harvey gets in the end zone again for the Broncos.
Yep, easy game.
Easy game to pick. I'll keep us moving. We got Atlanta Falcons going to take on the Indianapolis Colts, who kind of had a rough week, but help is on the way.
Yes.
They got Sauce Gardner over the weekend. Actually at the start of this week.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty interesting. They gave up 2 firsts, but he's what, top 3 in his position, I'd say, easily.
Yeah, he's arguably one of the better
One
corners.
of the best corners in the league, shutdown corner. He's going to be nasty on an already good team. I'm sure he's stoked. I'm going to take the Colts. Falcons are really bad. Colts are really good. Just keeping it simple.
This game's in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Germany.
Hopefully the German crowd gets very sauced for the occasion.
Here we go.
Give me the Colts. The Falcons are way too sporadic of a team. Although the score really did surprise me against the Patriots, how much of a fight that they did put up. I don't know if that's a testament to if the Patriots are regressing in our eyes a little bit, or if the Falcons are just kind of made some late game magic, didn't pay too much attention to that game. But the Falcons haven't been very impressive this year. The Colts, we can't say enough about them for the past couple weeks. Last week, they lost to the Steelers. Steelers were doing funerals for their defense before the game. Their defense ended up having the best game of the season. So, interesting. Colts had a really hard game. I think they get a bounce-back win here.
Yeah. No, I got to agree with you guys. Give me the Indianapolis Colts. This is like their second game in Germany. I don't know. They played the Patriots the last time they were in Germany. So, maybe the Colts are becoming Germany's team. But, yeah, the big-time trade for Sauce, they need a big bounce-back win. The Falcons are pretty much dead, right? But there's a pulse. They are not buried just yet, Drake London and Michael Penix connected a lot in that Patriots game. So there is fight in that team. In terms of gambling, maybe look interest into the Falcons covering, but outside of that, you got to go with this Colts team if you're picking straight up, money line, etc. I'm going to keep us pushing to the first game on the Sunday slate where we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Minnesota Vikings. Baltimore, big-time Thursday night football win against the Dolphins last week. Vikings, big-time divisional matchup win against the Lions. So
That was crazy.
that was wild. J.J. McCarthy came to play, and he had a fire in his eyes. And, there's something about this guy that he just knows how to, fire up his team and will them to victory sometimes. So that's going to be interesting moving forward in this NFC North divisional battles that it's not a given that the Vikings are going to roll over to the Lions and maybe the Packers, there's definitely tiers to that division, but this shakes things up, especially with the Bears now coming alive, so things are shaking up in that division. It's arguably one of the hottest divisions in football. Do they get a win at home against this Baltimore Ravens team with Lamar Jackson back in the fold? I'm going to go no and go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think Baltimore needs it more. Minnesota can live with a loss here. Baltimore cannot lose many games moving forward, and this is not a game that they should just scoff at and just, be pleased with losing.
Dude, so they were talking about this Vikings-Lions game on the Bears broadcast. I don't know if they were doing it on the Packers at all, but because, they're not really watching, and they're, seeing the score, though, and they're like, dude, this J.J. McCarthy must be tearing up the Lions, and they're like, they were kind of hinting at, they're waiting on a Lions comeback, and apparently never came.
Yeah.
At least not good enough, because they ended up winning. Really impressive. I'm going to not go with the Vikings just because I really want them to lose and kind of cushion. Not that we want to come in third place as a Bears fan, but I don't want the Vikings nipping at our heels while we're trying to climb the ranks. So give me the Ravens. They're getting healthier. I love Lamar. He's an MVP type player, and he just carries that team, and they're only getting better and healthier. So give me the Ravens.
I think it's a really weird season we got because anybody can beat anybody on any game
Yeah,
this season.
that's so
like
true.
no, there hasn't been
That's
a clear
so
cut they're gonna walk in and beat anybody's ass, dude. The fucking Titans can come out and end up beating the Eagles on a random day. Who knows?
Settle down now. But I get your point.
Dude,
point.
You never know, bro. The Vikings beating the Lions,
Sunday.
nobody fucking expected that, and as handily as they did, very impressive win by Minnesota. I don't think that they keep the momentum rolling here. I'm going with the Ravens. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Like you said, they need a win. Not to discredit Minnesota at all. They definitely need a win here to stay pace in the NFC North.
Yeah.
But the Ravens, they're really treading water, man.
Who did they pick up? A defensive end or something like that?
The Vikings?
The Ravens.
I don't know.
Owe?
No, I think that was last year. I don't think they picked up anybody.
I
know the Vikings, along with a couple other teams, are hosting Asante Samuel Jr. for a visit. He's going to 6 different teams for a visit. But yeah, give me the Ravens here. I think it's going to be a pretty good game for Lamar to come back and get a W against the Minnesota Vikings. But I'll keep us pushing to a game of your caliber, brother. Yeah, but you know what? Let me toss it to this guy.
You're good.
No,
yeah,
go for it.
So yeah, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. I'm not gonna waste anyone's time. The Dolphins are pretty much dead. The light is not on.
No.
Here, evidently. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. They got a big time win against the Chiefs last week, and it was very close there at the end. It was a touchdown difference, and that made things a little more interesting for the Bills moving forward. We've been kind of clamoring, saying they haven't really beat anyone. The Chiefs have made themselves this season somebody once again.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally, in my eyes, they finally beat someone. I don't think they're gonna, come down to Miami and forget how to play football. But outside of that, this Dolphins team has been letting me down all season long, and it's time to give it up and just be like, you know what, they're probably gonna win. I would love the Dolphins win, but at the end of the day,
doesn't help you.
It doesn't help the Dolphins moving forward. They just need to lose out. They didn't trade for draft capital like the Jets did. So it's a very hard position for this Dolphins fan base to be in. They want to see a good product, but at the same time, you just kind of wave the white flag and call it a
What'd
season.
you get for Jalen Phillips? A third, no?
A third-round pick,
Well, there you go.
and they paid
But the Jets got,
about $5 million of his contract, when the Eagles are paying him $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So the Eagles got a free player essentially in today's NFL.
How are you sad to see him go?
Yes, I love Jalen Phillips. I think he's a really cool dude. When we got him, I was like, oh, Jason Taylor 2.0. But, things didn't work out. A lot of injuries. It's unfortunate. He was an expiring contract, so it is what it is. Really quick before we move on to your guys' picks here. Morning Locks has this game set at under 50, and they suggest to take the Bills at -9.5. Right now, the line dropped down to -9. So get the Bills while you can on that spread. I think you could probably take the Bills up to honestly like -15.
Yeah,
Didn't the Bills drop like 40 on you or something like that last year?
Yes,
Miami.
on the Thursday night game, James Cook went off. Absolutely, he's questionable for this one, but I don't think that makes a massive difference. Honestly, like Josh Allen and the Bills are finally finding their stride.
Fucking
yeah,
sit him. Absolutely sit James. Anybody who my finger hurts, fucking sit down. Nobody. They should not even start Josh Allen for this game. That's
that would be wild.
Settle down.
That would be wild.
Well, they should preseason this fucking this offense here a little bit, man. I think the Bills get up 21 and then they pull everyone. And I don't know. This is a game that it's going to be. Obviously, I'm going with the Bills here. I think that they definitely got their statement W that they needed last week. They took control of the AFC in everyone's eyes. Josh Allen retook control of MVP voting. Perfect win for the Buffalo Bills and their fan base. I think they keep the ball moving, especially when they need divisional wins. I mean, they beat the Jets. They have yet to play you guys.
Yeah, and
this is their first game, and they lost to the Patriots. Yeah. So big time win here within the division for the Bills. So I think that they're going to have a huge game, and I expect some starters to be pulled.
Yeah, Bills are favored 9 points on the road. I'm surprised it's not more, honestly, but it's not going to be that close. Give me the Bills. The Dolphins, honestly, are punting on the season, and hopefully you guys start retooling, getting some younger players, some draft picks, and figuring out your direction, but it seems like this season's kind of checked off. Sorry. Kind of sucks. I'll keep us pushing to a much better game. We got the Browns playing the Jets.
The Tank Bowl.
Yeah, and if you thought this game was good in 2006, it's even better now. This sucks.
Holy shit, I just woke up from a coma.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jets are playing the Browns.
Wait,
are
dude.
any of them good? No.
Really quick, have you guys seen the video of the guy who's like going to these football games and he's like pretending like he's just awoken from a coma from 2005 and like he's like has a flip phone.
No.
And like he's trying to do the tap to pay with the
I've seen him
flip
do
phone.
Basketball games.
Yeah. So he went to the Colts game the other day and it was like, this ain't the RCA Dome?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, dude. Yeah. So it got me so freaking
He
fired
did
up.
it to the Magic. He's like, this ain't Amway.
Okay. I haven't seen you guys.
Hey, we'll send you.
He's like, where's Penny
I'm
Hardaway?
holding my phone out. Hopefully that the AI will pick this up and he will somehow be on my
on your
front
algorithm.
page before I know it. But go ahead, Chris.
Dude, yeah, anyways, this game kind of sucks. This game might be like 9-7 when it's all said and done or some crazy crap like that. Give me the Browns, I guess.
Yeah, give me the Browns. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's a little bit warranted to pick the Browns considering how much players the Jets gave away. We talked about the Sauce Gardner when we talked about the Colts. They also traded away Quinnen Williams, who is, if not the best, one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. He's going to the Cowboys, so they're reloading up pretty good after trading away Micah Parsons. So Jerry Jones did kind of turn it around in due part to the Jets being a shit organization. So salute to them. Give me the Browns. This game sucks.
Is there any doubt in your mind that they fuck up these draft picks?
100% no doubt that they fucked us up.
Right? It's just like, am I wrong?
Well, you know who's at the helm, right? Our boy,
Rick Johnson.
Rick
Spielman.
Oh, Rick Spielman. Oh,
Rick Spielman.
Jesus,
So,
you're right.
So someone, at least us with our experience at work, we're familiar with him. Let's see. I mean, he's had some pretty decent hits in draft.
Figure out his fucking guy. I don't want to fucking say anything about Rick Spielman.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Nice guy.
This guy could not turn his flashlight on. He had to ask Siri to do it. It was quite funny.
Look.
Can draft fucking Justin Jefferson though.
Yeah,
so
I mean he's pretty good. He built up most of like this Vikings foundation, and they've been a pretty solid team like at the core for the last couple of years. And most of those guys are his quota. So, his track record relatively speaks for itself. It's unfortunate he lost that Minnesota job. Keep it moving. They have a lot of picks. Let's see what they do with them. I mean, They absolutely robbed the Cowboys. They held the Colts at gunpoint, but I wouldn't say they robbed them necessarily. Getting that much for Sauce was a bit of a big stretch for me. But at the end of the day, they found a way to capitalize on this trade deadline, them not being so great. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. I think they're the better team at this point in time. This New York Jets team, unfortunately, is in a very looking future forward type of scenario, just like the Dolphins, but they made the necessary moves to get all this draft capital in return. I think they have
5 years
8 picks within the first 2 rounds over the next 2 to 3 years. So, that's insane to me.
It's like what Buzz Lightyear said. This isn't falling.
To infinity
This isn't
and
flying. It's falling with style. That's exactly what the fucking Jets are doing. They're falling with style.
5 years from now, who's better, Jets or Dolphins? Give me your pick.
For me, it'd always be Dolphins. I think they're at least a little more competent. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of honestly, you kind of sold me on the Spielman thing. I think he's more competent than Miami.
We don't even have our GM
in
place
yet. I know,
so
but
dude, no.
Louis Riddick, come on down, dude. Let's see what's happening.
Ooh.
It's a whole argument that needs to be had if it's who's I don't know. That's tough to say because the track records are both pretty similar.
Yeah.
And it's just really hard to be who's the better of the worst scenario.
Yeah, we both suck.
It's really tough to say. I don't even want to open up that can of worms. I will keep us pushing to a different Florida team that's not the Dolphins. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going into Houston in a divisional matchup against the Texans. Lock me in for the Jags, man. They had a pretty bad game against the Rams before, but now they are back post-bye week, right? So
they played last week. They won by 1 against the Raiders because they blocked the kick.
Oh my God,
right?
that's right.
Yeah, it went into overtime. That game was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence still sucks, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
what
saying.
do you got here, Chris?
No CJ Stroud.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Jags as well. Even though Trevor's been a little underwhelming, I wouldn't say he sucks, but he's not great. But they did get another wide receiver because that wide receiver room was banged up, and Brian Thomas Jr. forgot how to catch the ball. Shout out my fantasy team. Yeah, thank you, Jacoby Myers, who's pretty solid. If anything, he's a body, and he'll play. He's pretty solid. He's pretty good. I'm gonna take the Jags just because this Houston team is falling apart. It's actually kind of sad because I actually did really like C.J. Stroud that first year, and he just seemed really a tough quarterback. He seemed like a winner, and it seemed like they had a bunch of tools and young guys around him, and it's just they're all
gone to shit.
Yeah, they're all hurt. They're all banged up. They're all not playing. So it kind of sucks. Give me the Jags.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the Jaguars as well. This Texans team, like you guys alluded to, not great. C.J. Stroud out with the concussion. This is his second concussion. He had one in 2023. So things aren't looking great for them. But at the same time, this Jaguars team is not really anything to hold up in high regard. They struggled to beat a lowly Raiders team. They had to go the distance in overtime. So, take everything with a grain of salt. I do like the move for Jacoby Myers. I do think it adds a valuable pass catcher. I think he's a reliable receiver. He's always done well in New England. In Las Vegas, he was doing relatively well, too, as well. It's funny, Jaguars beat them in Vegas, and they're like, hey, we're going to take one of your better players right now. So Jacoby Myers.
They beat KC, too.
Yeah.
They beat a couple good teams.
No, Jaguars are in the...
no, they're decent. They're sporadic. They're very,
they're in the Falcons run.
It's very weird this year. You are right about that.
They're in the Falcons run. Yeah. They could play the best ball against anyone, and they can lay down a stinker against anyone. It really just depends who they're playing. But they are on the better side of that. Unfortunately, they are winning games and stuff like that, in terms of how I compare them to the Falcons. I'm going to keep us pushing to a really, really fun matchup here in this 1 o'clock window. We got the New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, oh man, Tom Brady is so mad that this game is on CBS because he was probably scratching and clawing to get this one on Fox. His two teams playing against each other.
I didn't even think about that.
They're both 6-2 or better. Patriots are 7-2 on top of the AFC, on top of the AFC East at least. I don't know if they're on top of the AFC as a whole, but man, this is a really good matchup. Tampa Bay's coming off the bye. Bucky Irving might be playing.
Buccaneers.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. I like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. I would love nothing more than to see the Patriots lose, in all honesty. But at the same time, this Tampa Bay team has been dealing with a lot of trials and tribulations so far this season. And hopefully things can, right the ship a little bit, no pun intended, with these Buccaneers coming off the bye. hopefully guys are a little more accessible to play, a.k.a. Bucky Irvin, because he's going to be the heartbeat of that offense. Tez Johnson's been pretty good all across the board whenever he's got his number called. Chris Godwin, iffy on whether or not his status is good, but this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team with Emeka Egbuka and Baker Mayfield, that duo right there has been solid. So those are going to be the two key pieces moving forward.
Give me the Patriots. I feel like both of these teams have been kind of floating high on cloud nine a little bit. I feel like one of them is going to fall back down to earth, and I could use an NFC team that is very high in the rankings of the NFC seeding taking a loss. So I will go with the Patriots here and be cheering for them. Sorry to contradict you, brother.
I'm just shocked that you're going against Baker Mayfield and the boys.
I love Baker, bro, but sometimes only one team can win, and I want it to be mine at the end of the day, and facts. I need these motherfuckers to lose so I don't play Baker Mayfield and hate him. So, yeah, I'll take the Patriots.
I see your point there.
Yeah.
I'm going to rock with the Buccaneers at home. They've been pretty good. They're coming off a bye, so they've had a week to prepare for this team, and if it comes down to it and it's a shootout, which I think it could be when it's all said and done, I think Buccaneers have really been, winning games late, too. So if it comes down to it, I like Baker over Drake May for now. Drake May has looked solid. He's looked very good. Stephon Diggs has actually looked pretty decent too. But lock me in. I'm locking it in right now. The Buccaneers at home will get this win over the New England Patriots.
The Brady Bowl.
The Brady Bowl.
Yeah.
I'll take us to the next game. Oh, wow. I keep introducing the best ones. We got the Saints going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. But the Panthers shocked the world last week. Took down the Green Bay Packers. Wow. But yeah, that being said,
Panthers won the Super Bowl.
I'm going to take the Panthers. I was looking at it, and the Panthers have won 5 or less games, I think it was 8 out of the last 14 years. So they already are having a great year so far. They beat the Packers. They're at 5 wins.
They have a pretty good resume they're putting together. They're nipping on the Buccaneers' tails right now. They're at 5-4. Buccaneers are at 4-6, 6-2. So Buccaneers can't really afford to lose one right now.
Right.
They have a bit of separation, but I don't even think they've played each other yet. So things are gonna get spicy in the NFC South between those two teams. Falcons are kind of the odd man out. They're well, I want to get in this fight, and they're both looking at him I don't really want you around. Give me the Panthers here. I think they handle a lowly Saints team who's looking like they're gonna be within the top 3 for the draft picks.
I'll take the Panthers. I think the Saints are the worst team in the NFL, and this is a pretty easy game to pick. 5-4 Panthers. Nobody expected that. Mm-hmm. You know who else is 5-4? The Chiefs. Kind of weird. Yeah. I saw the John Daly meme where it's he's 5-4, the golfers looking at John Daly smoking a cig, and it's the 5-4 Panthers looking at the Chiefs, who are also 5-4. Kind of weird. I don't expect the Panthers to get into the playoffs though, even though they are 5-4 right now. Might be a little bit of fun in the sun, but I expect them to fall down to earth here in a little bit. But Chrissy Wright, what do we got next?
We got the New York Giants, the Giants of New York, coming to Chicago to take on my Bears. Battle of which city's better. I like both, to be honest with you. But you know where I'm going. I'm going with the Bears. We're hot. We're rolling. We've been a little sporadic, I will say, a little up and down. I think there's 2 games we dropped that we probably should have won this year, but we're still in the hunt, which is good. We need to tighten up some mistakes. Caleb needs to start hitting some checkdowns, in my opinion, but I'm going to take the Bears, keeping it simple. Got to rock with them. Need this win desperately. The schedule gets tough after this, really tough.
Yeah, I was looking at all of our schedules. They get super tough. We play all of our divisional games at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. So very fucked up within the NFC North, but I think the Bears get a W here. Giants, not great football team. They did not play good ball at all last week. Dart shown that he has some sense of what it takes, but the team around him is just getting hurt and depleted by the second. He has no help anymore. The defense is still pretty solid pass rush wise, but overall
that run defense sucks.
The run defense sucks.
The
secondary
just had
sucks.
175 yards. So.
They can get to the quarterback. That's about it. And it's a little bit of tough watching the Giants nowadays. But like we said, any given Sunday, we don't know. But I am rocking with the Chicago Bears here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears as well. We're gonna get Bears across the board here.
Bear down.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. Yeah. No, they looked really good in that comeback win last week. Like Joey alluded to, like this New York Giants team is not really surrounding Dart with the necessary help that he needs. As far as gambling goes, ignore the minus 225. It's supposed to be minus
shit.
225.
I'd take that.
Yeah, that you don't want to
shit.
take that. It's like way too negative. Anyways, over under. Morning Locks recommends to take the over under. It says to take the under at 48. Right now the over under is set at 47, so even lower total.
Holy
Bears
shit.
Risky to
scored
take
that
it there.
last week.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
definitely.
if you
Yeah,
put,
no,
a,
you guys
if
did.
you
We
put
did.
$100,000 on minus 2,225,
What do you even
win?
get?
Yeah,
Like,
you get like a
what
penny,
do
dude.
$1.
Yeah, it's so bad. Yeah.
Imagine I
Way
take.
too
Yeah, no, Chris, take it. Take the money.
Well, let me say this. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
What,
yeah, go.
you still going? Okay, let me say this, bro. Bears scored 47 themselves last week. I would take this over. Not saying we're gonna do it again. I was looking to see the last time the Bears scored. When it was at 41, I was looking because I was like, holy shit! Like it was Justin Fields like 5 years ago for 41, 47. Who the hell knows? I don't think they've ever scored that many points. Like, and Chicago's buzzing right now. Bears get this win. Bulls are hot. Blackhawks are firing, baby.
Are they?
Chicago's buzzing. Yeah.
There we
I
go.
didn't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're decent.
Good
Yeah,
for them.
Bedard's put on a little weight. They're comparing him to Patrick Kane. Stats are very similar right now. Boys are buzzing
Well,
in
carbon
Chicago.
copy Kane,
Yeah,
dude.
take the
What's
over.
going
The
on?
Bears also did allow 40 points defensively last week.
Yeah,
Dude.
defense was bad. I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah.
Take the
It was
over.
bad.
man.
Offense was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the over.
Oh shoot! All right,
There's 80 points in that fucking game.
was
Holy
nuts,
shit,
dude.
Yeah.
No. That I saw the final score and I was like, what the hell happened? All right, I'm gonna keep us moving though. We got the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks. First game of our 4:00 slate here.
Bird Bowl.
Seattle is looking like arguably one of the best teams in football right now. According to the NFL and their power rankings, they have them at 1, which I was like, I wouldn't necessarily put them at 1. But with some recency
Yeah, I saw
bias, you
that.
kind of got to. Like, they're looking like one of the better football teams in all of the NFL. I'm going to go with them. No Kyler Murray for the Cardinals. He just got placed on IR today. Jacoby Brissett will be the foreseeable starter for at least the next 4 weeks. And, I like that better for the Cardinals. I don't think they get a win here. They had a close game against Seahawks earlier this year on Thursday Night Football. I think they don't put up as good of a performance as they've done recently with Brissett. They got a big-time win against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. But that being said, Seahawks are looking good. They also made a big trade, if any of you guys want to go over that.
I mean, yeah, they got Rashid Shaheed from the Saints, so hopefully that he's been great in the kick return, especially special teams department, but he's also been a great wide receiver too. And Sam Darnold has been throwing nothing but these deep touchdowns. So maybe Rashid Shaheed is a speed demon and freaking catches a bunch of deep ball touchdowns from. Well, I know he is, but hopefully it works out in their offense and Sam Darnold continues his amazing play. I don't know how many good of teams that the Seahawks have played that they've beaten. I know they've beaten the Buccaneers. And didn't they lose to the 49ers?
They did lose to the 49ers.
So it's a little bit tough. They're, like I said, we've been saying any given Sunday, any team could come out and beat them. I don't foresee the Arizona Cardinals being that team this week. Give me the Seahawks. I think Kyler Murray's a fucking pussy, and I think that he's going on IR because Black Ops 7 is coming out, and he's a fucking loser.
It's at 7.
I think they jumped a bunch of games, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
I'm old. Yeah, classic Bird Bowl going on here. So I'm glad you saved it for me last because I'm the expert on these kind of things, and I've never seen a Cardinal take down a Seahawks. So give me the Seahawks. Yeah, obviously all the things you guys just said make my point. Though I will say, teams that have reached that top notch of that number 1 this season, I feel like kind of have gotten jinxed a little bit. Bills, Packers, Chiefs, Colts. Kind of dropped a game
Buccaneers,
or two.
remember that week? Yeah.
Buccaneers, and then kind of fell off. So maybe brisket sandwich gets a win for the Arizona Cardinals.
I wouldn't be
do you
shocked.
Do you
I
not
wouldn't
think
be
of brisket
shocked.
every time you hear his
Jacoby
name?
Brisket.
Yeah, I think of brisket, dude. Is that weird?
I don't know.
just
Maybe
hungry.
I do,
Yeah. I've been thinking about brisket this whole time, and birds.
Oh gosh.
But,
What we got next?
What do we got? Oh, we got the Lions game now.
Yes, sir.
We got the Lions going to Washington Commanders, and Jaden Daniels had an injury that I had, and
It's my fault. I
and
did it to you.
well, yeah, I started a rumor that Austin did it around school. It caught fire, honestly, way more than I ever expected. The whole school was against him by like noon.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's like, "You broke Chris's elbow."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh my
and I don't care if he broke it either. Like I was just
Oh,
like,
going with the gimmick.
No,
Yeah.
dude, I tripped and fell. It was my fault, but
I was leaning.
dude,
hard
yeah,
to the camera,
I
dude.
saw it. I texted Austin. Hopefully, he didn't see it yet. I was like, dude,
I saw it live.
do not
I saw
watch
it
that. He saw it live. Sorry,
It's not
bro.
good.
Yeah, Lions dropped a weird one last week. I'm gonna rock with the Lions. Commanders are down bad after losing Jaden yet again to injury, which is pretty sad. He's on the RG3 kind of trajectory right now at this rate, when we were just dubbing him like the new era of quarterback in the NFL. Maybe, like a Super Bowl contending
happens.
quarterback, and it sucks to see him injured. I like to watch him play. I think he's very fun to watch, but I don't think the Commanders get this win against the Lions, especially in a bounce-back game for Detroit.
This is what happens when you put the cart before the horse and you have high expectations for this Commanders team. They aren't going fucking anywhere this year. Newsflash, Jaden Daniels is hurt. They were fucked when he had a chance. They lost very badly to the Seahawks. They're not a good fucking football team. They were last year. I don't know what happened this year.
You're putting
They
a
fell
bunch
off
of
a cliff.
dollars in the swear jar on this one.
I'm sorry.
We're making a
We're
lot
donating
of money.
it. I'm a little pissed off if anybody hasn't noticed about this past loss, so I'm a little fired up. But yeah, I think the Commanders are a little bit of an overhyped team. I think they came into this season a little overhyped, and now they lost their quarterback for the remainder of the season. I think the season was far gone way before that. Give me the Lions to get a big comeback win, bounce back win after losing to a divisional rival. Already 1-2 in the division, the Lions are, so that's something to watch.
Tough start for the Lions in the NFC North. That injury was honestly so bad. Like, I was just like, man, why is he still in the game? Like, what is going on? The parallels between him and RG3 is insane. Lions need a big-time bounce-back win, so I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. I think they keep things rolling here. The Morning Locks has this one set at 49.5. That's our current line, and they are suggesting to go with the under Detroit money line as well. So, this should be favorable for Detroit to win. They're playing against Mariota, and the following week the Dolphins will be playing the Commanders. So let's see if we're seeing Quinn Ewers versus Marcus Mariota in Spain. That'll be quite the sight to see. But I'm gonna keep us moving to this last 4:00 game where we have the Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Big time NFC West divisional matchup here. Both teams coming into this one with 6 wins. The 49ers have 3 losses. So this is gearing up to be who's going to win this division, because the Cardinals are obviously not doing it. At this point, no Kyler Murray. You kind of got to take your eggs out of that basket with him out. But, sitting at 3-5 record, no one really expected him. But you have 3 6-win teams heading into Week 10. This is a tough division, arguably one of the best ones in football. I argue that the NFC North is a little bit better just because as a whole, like, everyone's kind of still in the mix. Like, this one, you have 3-headed monster at the top. So, this is tough. I'm really liking what San Fran has done with Mac Jones at the helm of being the starting quarterback. But I really like what Stafford has been doing so far this season.
Yeah.
Had some questions heading into this year with his health. Hasn't had any signs of being bad, right? I got to go with the home team here. Give me the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Rams got the Thursday night one, or the Rams?
No, the Niners got the Thursday night.
Flip me, AJ. Before you put it, my bad. Give me the Rams. The away team's going to get this one.
You want them to split the games this season? Yeah.
Vendetta.
The way that the 49ers won that game it was such a good game, too, on Thursday. But, man, the Rams have just been playing very good football right now. Puka's been getting hurt, coming back, getting hurt again, hurting something new. The Devontae and Stafford connection is getting better. I mean, I think it's fucking there, to be honest with you. But the past couple of weeks we were saying, maybe if they get it going, well, I think the little bit of spurt without Puka into the bye week really gelled that relationship, tied it together. They're looking awesome. Give me the Rams, man. I agree with you. They're going to split this, and this freaking division is so tight. I'm so excited to see who's going to be the playoff team in this game because there could be 2 playoff teams from both the NFC North and the NFC West. So
sure.
it's really interesting to see what's going on, but especially with the way the Seahawks are playing. But yeah, give me the Rams.
Yeah, both teams coming into this game with the win. I'm going to take the Rams, although I'd like to fade the both of you to try to win a game. I don't know if I could do it here. Stafford's leading the league in touchdown passes, I think, right now by a large margin, didn't we?
21.
Didn't we say that? It's
18 for Herbert, 21 for Stafford, but
yes.
both LA quarterbacks have lead the league.
So I'm liking the Rams, and isn't the Super Bowl, where is it? San Fran. So it's interesting that one of these teams could play in this stadium, perhaps, maybe even the Seahawks, if they make a run at it from this division. That would be kind of funny if the Rams won a Super Bowl at the 49ers stadium, or one of their divisional opponents won it there. That would kind of suck, honestly. It'd be can you imagine the Bears winning in Lambeau Field? That would suck, honestly, to see.
Oh, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you ever host, you wouldn't, but we're
not really an in-division rivalry, but we do have a rivalry with the Cowboys. We won the Super Bowl in the AT&T
That's true,
Stadium.
Yeah, that is
Never
true.
lost a game in AT&T
never
Stadium.
lost.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't think Brady's ever played a Super Bowl
at
Miami.
In Miami, I don't think he's ever played one in Miami. I
Had
could
to
be
have.
wrong.
Had to.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
He's the first quarterback to win a home Super Bowl.
In Tampa. He won in Jacksonville. He won in Atlanta. He won in, I think, Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
So I forgot the other one that he won in, but
Maybe
I don't
New
think
Orleans?
he won in New Orleans, probably, yeah. So
Maybe.
yeah, he never won in Miami.
Think
So
Miami,
I don't even think he played in a Super Bowl in Miami. So those are things that I'm
Definitely
His
not
post Hard Rock. I don't think Hard Rock hosted a Super Bowl until he was
maybe MetLife? Probably not. No, right? Too cold. Right?
No, that was only the Broncos and Panthers.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Seahawks.
I think it would be cool to see. I think it would suck if you're a Niners fan, but also you could win in your home stadium like Brady did. That would be cool. I'll keep us pushing though. We got Sunday night coming up here. Pittsburgh Steelers going on to take on the Chargers. This is a tough one for me because Pittsburgh, that defense played insane last week. What did they force? 6 turnovers or 8 turnovers, something like that. They were going nuts. Chargers are falling apart, losing a lot of linemen, adding some linemen off the street from other teams. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Steelers on the road to actually pull off an upset win here because I feel like a lot of people probably will take the Chargers. So I'm going to gamble here. Chargers are only favored by 3. So they think this game is probably going to be close. Vegas does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Steelers to pull off something crazy here and get a win against the Chargers just based off that offensive line being so banged up.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel about this game. Pittsburgh is one of those teams that very competitive. They are just slightly above being mid. They're going to be one of those teeter-tottering around 500 team. They currently lead the AFC North. They really needed that win last week because they saw what the Ravens did on Thursday night, and they're like, we got a 2-game lead on you guys. We need to win as many games as possible, especially after, their defense had a lot of questions heading into that game against the Colts. So big-time shocking win there. Do they follow it up with another surprising win in terms of, beating a team when you're the underdog and stuff? It's tough to say. Given the offensive line injuries for the Chargers, it does concern me a bit. Their running game, is decent without Amari and Hampton there, but it doesn't give me the most faith to pick them. So I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But, man, I would not put it past this Chargers team to get a win here for some reason. But give me the Steelers.
I want to pick the Steelers so bad. And I also really would want to pick the Chargers just because we saw how much teams are dicing up this Steelers secondary. And Herbert is looking like one of the most efficient passing quarterback in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little tough for me to pick the Steelers. I am gonna pick the Steelers though, on account of how good their defense played. I think that the Mike Tomlin led team knows what their position within their division, and knows the opportunity on Sunday Night Football. Hopefully, they get a win here and make Justin Herbert feel a little bit uncomfortable without their offensive lineman, Joe Alt got carted off. He's out for the season. So
Well, they traded for Trevor Penning, who's
Right.
he's not terrible, but like on a week notice,
Yeah,
going
it's a
against this
little
Pittsburgh
tough.
Steelers defense, dude.
we'll see what happens. I mean, any given Sunday, like we said, all
No one-
podcast.
No one's taking the Chargers.
I
At least
want
not here
to.
on
I
this
want
table.
to, bro. Like I fuck it. AJ, make me go. I'm walking in the Chargers,
You got peer
bro. My
pressured
bad,
here,
bro. You peer pressure me.
I mean,
Dude, it's just like offensively, I know that they can strike on this defense's
Yeah.
secondary.
Yeah.
It's if they have the time to throw the ball is what's really holding me back, and I don't know if they can. But if they can, they're gonna win the game. So
To-
give me the Chargers.
To me,
Yeah.
this screams like T.J. Watt, like welcome back to the NFL type of game.
Yeah.
You're facing a lowly offensive line for the
He's
Los
awesome
Angeles
last
Chargers team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's like, all right, like let's build on that. You know, he's already had a good start last week. Like, you know, everyone was questioning his performances recently. Now he gets to like he's salivating looking at this Chargers
Yeah.
offensive line. So like, I don't see why not you go with the Steelers. So like, I don't know if you want to flip back to the Steelers before we move on, but who
I'm
knows?
going with the Chargers.
There we go. Stand your ground.
MVP Herbert. Let's go. He's
There we
gonna
go.
dice up the secondary.
stand on business.
I will, and I will stand on business right into this next game where we got the Philadelphia Eagles coming off their bye week, going into Lambeau to face the Packers. Fresh off an L, really embarrassing loss to the Carolina Panthers. I think that the Packers, obviously I'm going to pick them to get a win here. I think that they play well to their opponents when they know that they have a big-time opportunity and that they know that they have a big-time opponent across from them. This is a rematch of last year's playoff game where we got embarrassed against. This is a rematch of the Brazil game from last season, too. We played them twice last year, went 0-2. I know a lot of people are going to pick the Eagles in this game. I'm picking the Packers purely because I'm a homer. I do think that they can win this football game. I think that Jordan Love has played very good so far this season. He didn't have a good game last week, but overall I think that he can strike against this Eagles team, this Eagles defense. Eagles found a way to win all year. I've been saying it. They've just been finding a way to win. Wouldn't be surprised if they do it again in this game, but I'm going with the Green Bay fucking Packers, baby.
I told you Howie Roseman was gonna be up to something, and sure
Yeah.
enough,
I thought it was going to be Trey.
he pulls off a deal where he pretty much doesn't have to pay for Jalen Phillips. He's probably going to ball out. He's probably going to try to dump him next year. I don't know. And probably flip him for a third-round pick.
Well, his contract's expiring, so if he leaves in free agency, they will get a compensatory pick, which is like roughly like a fifth rounder, late fourth rounder. So like, at the end of the day, he's not paying
winning.
anything for them for that player, and he's also like
An
he doesn't need
impactful
to like
player.
re-sign him. There's no pressure to re-sign him because you're gonna get some
It's a
type of pick,
rental.
and it's a
Yeah.
rental.
And he's
Yeah.
a very impactful
Thank you.
player. Like, when he's out there, especially if he's going to be surrounded by, like, all these other guys that are getting after the quarterback. Like, and he's, like, what, the third or fourth guy you have to worry about
Yeah.
now on that line? That's crazy. I'm taking the Eagles. I hope this game ends in a tie somehow, although that would make things really confusing.
Damn it.
That would make things really, really freaking confusing for this division. And honestly, you guys would still be in the lead because the ties don't really count. So it is kind of weird how that works
Two
out.
ties.
Like, you guys would just get two basically bye weeks, honestly.
It
But
does help that we have a divisional win against the Lions.
yeah, and which the Eagles play the Lions next week, which that's
We
going to
need
be
the
tough.
Eagles to win
Yeah,
next
so,
week. We will be Eagles fans next
So
week.
I'm an Eagles fan the next 2 weeks. Blow, pack, blow. Go Eagles, I guess. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Oh man, so it's up to me to break up this tie, and I don't know what to do here, man, because
Hopefully it
I-
ends in a tie.
I like what the Packers have done this season. I don't like that they played down to opponents like Joey has alluded to a lot today. The Eagles, they have seemed to have been handling their business all season long. They haven't been the best football team, but each and every week we find them in either a close matchup. Like, we haven't really had a
been
bad
tight.
game from the Eagles. Like, they've come out and they've played well in almost every game. You know, their 2 losses, like, it's not, you know, they should have bet. No, it's literally like they came out, they played well, and they just didn't do enough to get the win in those games.
Can I give you a stat?
Go ahead.
I heard this stat today. Jordan Love, 25% of his passes have been behind the line of scrimmage. Like, throwing it behind the line of scrimmage. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Number one, he's number 2. Number 1 was Kyler Murray, who did not look very good this year.
Yeah.
So he's not throwing the ball
Wanna know
down
why?
the field very
Want
often.
to know why?
It's either
Because
screens
Matt
or big
LaFleur's
plays.
bullshit screen
Correct.
pass, bullshit fucking
Correct.
play calling, and he's fucking refused to put the fucking ball in his hands, and it's so fucking frustrating.
You have like 4 to 5 wide receivers that can play. That would play on almost every team.
Bro.
I don't know why you're not using the middle of the
Throw
field
the fucking
at
ball.
all.
Throw the fucking ball.
Like, I
It's
don't know,
annoying.
some cross routes, some slants. I don't know why you're not using the middle of the field.
He'll hit like a freaking post to Dobbs or Watson
Right.
for 50 yards, and then fucking screens, fucking
Josh
end arounds,
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, horse shit. Fucking throw it, dude, and then
Well,
Tucker
is that
Kraft's out for the year
is
now.
it
but,
is it
Oh,
the,
yeah,
is
the
it the
screens to
play
him.
calling? Does he not trust Love? Is Love fully healthy? Like, there's a lot to like maybe unpack there.
I
and
think you're
about,
looking
bro.
way too deep into that.
I don't
think
know.
so too.
I think it's just the system
Literally
and,
Matt LaFleur's
yeah,
fucking system.
yeah. I think it's just a system. Like we've seen what Love
But-
can do. Like
But
we've
what's changed? He's been a great coach up until the last like 3
Has he
weeks.
though, bro?
To you guys, yeah, that's what everyone says.
I mean, dude, for the freaking
It was
first
almost
4 years of his career, he had Aaron Rodgers. In the past 3, he has Jordan Love. And, yeah, we won a playoff game in Dallas, proceeded to lose the game to the 49ers, got embarrassed in the first round against the Eagles, haven't won a fucking division in 6 seasons. So, yeah, the seat's pretty hot for Matt LaFleur. I think we're all kind of fucking pissed off at him. I think the proof needs to be in the pudding here, and he needs to fucking put up or shut up. Like, if he doesn't win this division this year or win a playoff game or what, I think that there's going to be some changes in Green Bay.
I think you guys would regret that.
I think so
as
too.
a Bears fan,
Listen,
I think
I don't think I don't think the grass is fucking greener by any means, but I just think that that's where the fan base is going. I think that's where the
Anyways,
direction they're going.
not to throw
Sorry,
you
Yeah,
off,
I mean,
but
I would like to
thought-
make my pick at some point here, guys.
Yeah.
Can we?
Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think someone's got to lose this game. Unfortunately, I like what the Packers are doing. I would like to see you guys get a bounce back win, but I do think Eagles win here, mostly because of the Tucker Kraft injury.
Yeah.
I was like thinking of the scenarios, like why would I go with the
Oh,
Packers
yeah.
here? And the Tucker Kraft injury
Sucks.
was literally like, all right, we're gonna go Eagles here. They have a little bit more of a plethora of playmakers. Now, I'm not saying you guys don't have you guys got Christian Watson back, which was huge, but then at what cost? You lost Tucker Kraft for the season. So it's a tough one. I do like what you're saying about LaFleur. Like, he is a winning football coach. He gets you to postseason. He gets you winning records, all this stuff, but he hasn't done much outside of that.
Yeah.
You're in a tough spot with this NFC North division that it seems like everyone's vying for it. Like, in recent years, everyone except for, like, the Bears have been in the mix to, like, win the division at the end of the year. And, like, it's like, damn, like, why is that happening when we're trying to, like, have this young
We're finally
uprising?
get fucking good, and
Yeah.
then it's like everyone else is awesome too,
Yeah.
and it's like,
It's
oh my
tough.
god, can we
It's
catch
tough.
a break?
Yeah.
Even
So-
if you lose and we as
I
in
think 3
Lions
of
and
our
Bears,
teams are making the
even if you
playoffs.
lose, we're all still tied for first.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Well, actually, you probably are in first still
Because we have the
because you have
tiebreaker, and you guys are 0-2
yeah.
in the division.
and you have like the tie, so you
Over
have
the
a
Dol-
better
over the
winning
Lions. We would
record.
still be in
Yeah,
the lead.
it's very weird.
Technically.
It's very weird.
But
I
it's
hate
just,
ties.
It's
I
just
hate
it's
it.
just like
Yeah.
we play you guys in week 14, we take a week off, and then we play you guys again. We play the Vikings, and then 3 weeks later we play them again, and we play the Lions week 1, and then we play them on Thanksgiving. It's just like, I don't know. It just seems way too sandwiched in here towards the end of the thing. I'm not going to complain
Yeah, it's
about a schedule
backloaded.
by any means. Like, you can't predict that all these teams are going to be freaking awesome down the stretch. That
Yeah.
every NFC team was going to be a powerhouse,
Yeah.
but they are. So you just got to go. You got to roll with the freaking punches, baby.
Yeah.
I think things will start to get decided like in the next coming weeks with this NFC North, because teams will start to separate, or things are just gonna get even more chaotic. Let's talk about real quick the teams on bye. We have the Cincinnati Bengals, Dallas Cowboys, Tennessee Titans, and Kansas City Chiefs. So Bengals traded away Logan Wilson on the trade deadline to the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys big movers on the trade deadline. Added Logan Wilson. I want to say they added one more player aside from Quinnen Williams. So I'm not crazy about what the Cowboys did in terms of
Bro.
trading away a lot of draft capital in the way they did. I really would have rather them kind of punted this season because it's not looking great so far,
Yeah.
right?
Did you see what Jerry Jones said basically?
What?
Like his quote? Like basically what he said is like, because everyone's like, why would you trade Parsons and then trade for Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams and then give up the picks and all that. It's like he basically said like he'd rather, as long as he's in the news and relevant and like people are talking about him, that's like him winning the Super Bowl. Like, and it's so stupid. It's because it's like you should have kept Parsons probably, but now you did this and it's crazy. It's stupid.
I think that the acquiring Quentin Williams, like obviously great player, but it's just like you said, like if you're gonna go all in on this season, like I don't think this is the time to do it. Like you could have waited. I mean, your draft capital is always gonna be there. You could have waited till there was free agents, signed free. I mean, gave up nothing. You know, Trey Hendrickson maybe. I mean, sky's the limit, but we know that Jerry isn't in the business of trying to pay people right now, especially the way that the Micah thing went. And like you said, he just wants there to be cameras and spotlight on him. That's why he sat next to Stephen A. Smith in the fucking booth at the game.
He left when they started losing, apparently.
Yeah, and it's like that's why Jerry Jones was on Sunday Night Football before the Micah Parsons Packers game. He just loves this attention. Is there enough cameras on me? Are the people talking about me? Are people buying our shit? Then we win.
Yeah.
He's a complete, pure owner of a franchise, and all he cares about is money and fame.
Yeah, I do think he likes this idea of like selling the illusion of like, yeah, we're trying to field a good team. You know, like let's build this defense back up. Let's see if we can make a run at it. Like you're not really in the mix for it.
Like we're gonna stop the run now, and it's like, bro, you're fucking too late. It's week 10, brother, and you guys are too late. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're too late because
they could have made this deal 4 weeks ago.
There's another exactly. And there's another whole half of the season to be played. So who's to say that Dallas couldn't sneak into the playoffs? I'm not going to sit here and say that because
gotta go.
Offensively, they're still a pretty decent team, but they're so sporadic, and they did just make a lot of trades. Maybe they helped them out and set them apart. I don't know, but I don't think, like you said, this is the season to go in on. No, everything's fucked.
Yeah, they should have like just went in to the offseason with their draft picks and then maybe made a offseason move like that. But outside of that, like I felt like you could have done so much more with those draft picks.
I agree.
If you guys want to touch on it real quick, any specific trades you guys really liked or didn't like, aside of this Cowboy stuff that we already kind of just spoke on?
Honestly, after
Micah Parsons, I like that trade a lot.
Well, like let's keep it more like trade deadline.
I saw the Sauce thing, and I saw the Sauce news break, and I was literally like, holy shit. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, buckle up. It's going to be a long day. And then, like, that was really it.
That was, like, the big grand finale.
Like, because, like, once Sauce left, I kind of thought the Jets were going to have a fire sale, so I expected Quinn.
Yeah.
I thought his brother was going to get traded. I thought Bruce Hall was going to get traded. I thought, did Lazard get traded, or is he cut? Who knows? I don't know. Thought he was going to be on the Steelers right away because that's the narrative. But outside of that, nothing really. The Bears traded for a former first-round pick from the Bucs, so he might be decent. He hasn't played all year.
I actually like
think.
that move for you guys.
Yeah, so we need bodies, and we're pretty banged up and kind of old on the D-line.
Didn't your boy tear his Achilles on the D-line?
The one, I don't know how to say Oda Bango from Indiana. Yeah, we got him from the Colts. He tore his Achilles, I think, so he's out for the year. So. It's a body. He might be decent. I mean, he was a former first-round draft pick, so there has to be some talent there.
I didn't expect Sauce Gardner to get traded.
No.
I did not. And that was pretty much like the last major trade. Quentin Williams obviously is a major trade too, but
Rashid Shaheed.
I like the Rashid.
I liked Rashid Shaheed too, but we all were thinking Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, fucking all these guys on offense are getting moved, Breece Hall, and it turned out to just be like Rashid Shaheed. So Kamara, there's a bunch of. I feel like the trade deadline in the NFL is always kind of a hyped up scenario, but there's also a lot of truth to it. We didn't see Tariq Woolen get moved.
Honestly?
We didn't see Alontae Taylor get moved. We didn't see a lot of these bodies that people were saying were gonna get moved. Cam Taylor-Britt did not get moved. It's a lot of weird shit.
I think the Bears could have been in the mix for one of the running backs if Monangai didn't go for 175 yards on Sunday. I'm not going to lie.
He looked good. I like him for fantasy, too. I got him in one of my leagues that I need a running back for, so it works out well.
Swift is going to get healthy, and then they signed this guy, Britton Brown, off the street, basically, and he looked good, too, honestly. I mean, it's Ben Johnson's system. Running backs are going to shine, so I think they're kind of rocking with it. But, I mean, Were you expecting more Dolphins?
Oh, yeah. No, that was literally like the next thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was hoping for more moves. I understand not getting rid of guys like Waddle and Achane. Like, I think, like, Waddle is a little bit more movable than Achane. Achane's an untouchable player. No one wants Tua in terms of, like, trading for him or paying the proper price for him, X, Y, and Z. No one wants to take on his contract either. So I can understand that. It's a quarterback, too. It's hard to move a quarterback, especially midseason. Like, unless it's, like, the only recent quarterback trade midseason I remember is, like, the Dobbs one that he was, like, doing good in Arizona. And then Minnesota needed a QB, and Kyler came back. So they're just like, all right, no hard, no
traded either.
Yeah, that was a little shocking to me. But at the same time, it's like, Penix already went down this season. They're like, all right, like, we might actually need you, Kirk, and we're paying you all this money. Might as well, right? Another thing, like, you don't want to take on that much money, and like I don't really see too many crazy teams that need to make that move. Flacco, yeah, no, but yeah, and like Flacco was kind of to be expected, honestly.
Yeah,
like, you were on a bad team.
He's that kind of guy.
Yeah. You're like on the wits end of your career. Like, let's not like bury you into the ground on this bad team, right? Let's give you a chance to shine, and he's doing that with the Bengals, so I like that one. But yeah, no, I was expecting a little more from the Dolphins. I was hoping they would kind of do what the Jets did with like getting a lot of draft capital, like upselling them as much as possible. But like, I don't know exactly what happened there. So maybe it's the new GM, but hopefully the Dolphins kind of right the ship and figure things out in the offseason. And I don't know if it's going to be a full rebuild or if it's going to be a retooling. Like, I really don't know what direction this organization is going to go in. But acquiring draft capital would have been big time to kind of play with or, use actually to draft guys to see what would happen. But that wasn't the case. Hopefully, they make some moves in the offseason.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to unload the books and make some moves, maybe trade Tyreek and see how everything goes with Tua. And it's going to be a weird offseason in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
And really, the AFC East. I mean, the lower teams in the AFC East in general, it's going to be weird. But yeah, I thought you said West. Yeah.
I hate that it's like week 10 and we're already kind of like taking that approach. I'm just like, damn, dude. Like,
it does suck.
Like, I had decent expectations
and
for this season.
It's like, bro, like, y'all have primetime games to be played. Like, nobody's going to want to watch that shit.
Well, we have a primetime game slated against the Bengals later on this year. I'm fully expecting that one against Flex. Yeah, it's a Sunday night one, too, so it's like super flexible.
Out, bro. Flex that out.
Oh, man. Well, that pretty much wraps up Week 10 of NFL Game Picks. Make sure to tune in next week for Week 11. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Later.